You don't know shit. What, you think you got it all figured out? You think you understand everything? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I'm just gonna offer this little tidbit. The most sagely wise, wisdom-holding individuals I've known in my life are ones that recognize that no matter how much expertise they might hold, no matter how much they might have learned, they actually only know a tiny, insignificant amount compared to the vast pool of knowledge and wisdom that is out there. That even those with PhDs and decades of research and years and years and years or lifetimes of soul searching, they still recognize that, yeah, I might know this much, but there's still a vast quantity out there and I don't know much. And those individuals who want to brag and boast and tell you about how expert they are, and how amazing and how much they've learned and how they've got it all figured out and how you should listen to them, they don't know shit. They don't know shit. As my freshman year literature teacher told me, I want to be innocent, wise, and 95. I want to be old and possess deep wisdom, but I also want to be keenly aware of the fact that I don't know much yet, and to remain curious and have a sense of wonder about life and approach things with awe and childlike enthusiasm. I want to be always aware that there is more to learn and more to grow and more to evolve into. I want to approach life with curiosity and abandon, and that willingness to admit what we don't know gives us humility and makes us into the kind of person that at least I aspire to be. So let us all take to heart this idea that I don't know shit. So if we haven't met before, I'm Kay. I'm an ecstatic life coach. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button down below along with the bell next to it to be alerted about upcoming videos. I mean, it may sound ironic as somebody who has the audacity to host their own YouTube channel and offer their commentary to the rest of the world as if, right, like I'm the expert in this, to be producing a video saying, I don't know shit. I don't know shit. I don't know shit. But it's true. I really don't. The more time I've spent in life, the more I've learned that the little bit of knowledge I might have gained is insignificant when compared to the amount out there. And for a very long time, I was resistant to the idea of being a life coach or offering my services as a spiritual guide to others or to host a YouTube show or even write a book, because I thought, who am I to offer these things when there are so many more people out there that have deep wisdom and deep knowledge far beyond the scope of mine. But what I've come to appreciate is when we hold the space of realizing I don't know everything, there is wisdom that comes through us. There are things beyond which we could cognitively figure out that maybe it's the subconscious, maybe it's God passing through, but there are things that come through that are wise and are juicy and full. And more than that, we are here to be each other's teachers and guides and to help one another on our spiritual paths. So sometimes by sharing what we're working on or what we're observing or what we're taking to heart can be of use for other individuals as they learn and grow and evolve. So how do we hold that space of being humble, but also owning that maybe I've got something to offer? Because I'm sure if you're like me, you've worked with people who believe they are a hot shit or want to prove how much they know or want to jump in and give somebody the answer. And really, let's be honest, because I know I've been that person from time to time, it comes from a place of insecurity. It comes from a place of feeling like we need to prove our worth or feeling like we aren't those things. We aren't intelligent. We aren't an expert, and we've got to fake it. We got to make it seem like we know what we're talking about so other people can't call us out. Fake it till you make it. That's what they say, right? It's been the people who have had genuine wisdom that I have found remain humble about it, but also maintain a curiosity about asking other people about their views and their experience and how can I continue to learn more. And I think that really is the key for maintaining a life that is full of growth and wisdom, but also full of humility, is curiosity, wonderment. How can we always be questioning? How can we always be working to go a little further, go a little deeper, learn a little bit more, find a little bit more truth? Are we willing from time to time to ask the question, what if everything I believe is totally wrong? What if all of the paradigms with which I built my understanding of the universe are ineffective? What if I just need to throw it all away and start back at ground zero? I mean, those are terrifying questions to ask, but I think they're worthwhile. Because what happens if we continue down the same line of progression, the same line of thought, and it starts drifting away in some uncomfortable places? One of the things that's really frustrating about the modern world is the amount of traction that conspiracy theories have. And I think they're well-intentioned. I think people begin with the question of just this, what if things are a little bit different than I thought? Am I willing to explore that? But then we get so invested in these implausible ideas and start disregarding facts and disregarding science and disregarding research and disregarding human observation and say, no. This thing is true. The Earth is flat. We are surrounded by glaciers. COVID is a hoax. The Twin Towers was an inside job. Those children weren't murdered by a vicious gunman. They just dropped dead of their own accord. I think it's very healthy from time to time to take a moment and say, should I question if any of this is accurate? And even if you aren't a conspiracy theory believer, and even if you aren't an anti-vaxxer, I think it is worthwhile from time to time to pause and think, what if everything I think is wrong? Is this really what I want to believe? Is this factual? Is the reason? Should I be thinking these things and working in this way? And is it possible to go into a space of full know-nothingness? A full, I don't know shit, I don't have any answers. Let me just be curious and see what happens next. Emptiness is wisdom. There is an old parable of a spiritual seeker coming to a great teacher, and they sit down for tea, and the seeker is talking and talking and talking, and the teacher begins to pour tea, and the water fills the cup, and the seeker keeps talking and talking, and the water gets higher, and the seeker keeps talking, and the water overflows, falls onto the seeker's lap, and they get burned, and they scream, what are you doing? And the teacher says, how on earth do you expect to learn anything with me when your cup is already so full? Empty the cup, and then come, and I will teach you. We have to be willing to let go of everything we think we know. We have to be willing to enter a state of true humility. And this is something I'm not just telling you to do, it's something I do on a daily basis. I every day approach things as saying, what if I don't know? What if I don't have an answer? Even in my coaching work, as I work with people one-on-one and help them on their healing journeys or their personal growth journeys, I approach them in a space of saying, you are the one providing the wisdom. I'm just here to reflect it back at you. I hold none of the answers. I'm just going to stay open and let whatever comes through me come through. Because no person ever fixes someone else. No one ever provides answers for someone else. We just create a mirror or a doorway to reflect the person back at themselves, or an opening for them to step through and see what they need to see. Wisdom is knowing that you don't know shit. Wisdom is being willing to let go of who you think you are and to be something so much more because you realize you know nothing. So yeah, I don't know shit, and I kinda like it that way. If you love this kind of work, then consider joining us on Patreon, where you can get a free copy of my book, Journey to the Ecstatic Self, and explore with like-minded individuals also on their journey of self-discovery and coming home to their ecstatic selves. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Namaste.